The fertile fields of northern Syria have witnessed an epic battle of tyranny and faith.
They levied a tax on non-Muslims every day and ordered us to remove our crosses. They even spat on an old woman who was over 70 years old because she wasn't covering her face.
While IS has now been forced out, it's still holding 5 locals hostage.
How would you feel? Our families and honour were in the hands of IS. Our churches ransacked and homes burned. How would anyone feel?
Hello. Samira?
As it turns out, the sorrow at what happened here is also being felt a world away by Oshana's cousin, who fled in 2012 and found refuge in Melbourne. The Elia family fled before IS was a major force to be reckoned with, but gangs from neighbouring villages had already started kidnapping local businessmen for ransom.
People with masks on their faces came to my shop 5 or 6 times. Once a car pulled up and they opened the door, but I had a friend who had a gun on him and they thought he might be too much trouble.
That's what it was, fear of abduction. They wanted to abduct my husband and my kids, then ask for ransom.
While they've set about rebuilding their lives, the Elia family can't escape the horror.
Yes, there are still hostages. There's my female cousin and my male cousin from the village. They are still hostages.
Back in Shlimon Elia's home, the extremists have scrawled anti-Christian graffiti.
Here the writing says, "Conquerors of the Crusaders."
The house has been scarred by battle. Every room has been looted and burned out. For the Elia family, these are painful scenes. The family's photos have been trampled under the feet of Islamic State fighters.
This is an old picture of me when I was young.
IS was forced out of the town by Christian militiamen like Abja Nakroya, aided by US-led airstrikes.
When we first heard that they'd removed the crosses and deformed the statues, we were furious. We felt they wanted to erase us and kill us all.
They found the local church had been completely destroyed.
We've known this church since childhood. It's so hard. This was our church since we were little.
The attack on Assyrian culture has been widespread. Islamic State made world headlines in April when they destroyed the ancient Assyrian city of Nimrud in northern Iraq.
It's a tragic feeling, threatening a whole religion and trying to wipe it out completely.
The Elias, like many Syrians, fear the country they once knew is simply broken and they will never be able to return.
We thought things will settle in 6 months and we'll come back to our properties, our houses, our land. We left everything behind. All is gone.